Welcome to the Tribe Membership Show.
We are live, Tribe Builders. We are live, and welcome to episode number 11 of the Tribe Membership Show. I'm your host, Funk Roberts, and today we're going to talk about cancellations. We're going to talk about not you being canceled, but your members canceling. And I didn't really know how to start this episode off because really and truly this episode is kind of like a continuation from last week. Last week we talked about onboarding and the right way to onboard. So again, we build everything for retention, right? So anything that we're doing and anything that I'm teaching you is built on retention, right? Built on engagement, built on long term. So last week we talked about onboarding, and this week I thought, okay, let me talk about cancellations because I'm part of a membership for membership site owners. It's called the Membership Academy. You should join it. Go join the Membership Academy. I'll put the link somewhere in the show notes to join the Membership Academy. I'm part of that academy. I'm actually speaking at Retain, which is a conference summit, a live summit in Newcastle for membership site owners, continuity, anyone in that space. And, there's a lot of questions that come up in the community, and sometimes I'll go in and I'll answer those questions. But this is a question that comes up quite a bit about how to handle cancellations. How do you get your members to come back? It's almost like everything that, how do I set up my pricing so that I can, get my members to stay long. So, for example, a lot of times people think that putting together a pricing plan and pushing people to yearly is the better option, but that's not the better option. You want monthly. You want monthly recurring revenue. The best option for you as a membership site owner is signing people up for monthly recurring revenue, month over month, not yearly. Yearly is just there for those people who want yearly, and you don't want everyone signing up for yearly because then you only get one lump sum of money. Not everyone's going to join for yearly, but the reason why people have that mindset is because they have the mindset of cancellation. You're almost creating a membership that forces non-cancellation. Like you're trying to set up a membership where your focus is cancellation. Your focus should never be about cancellation. You should set up a cancellation system once. You should abide by that system. You should embrace that system, which we'll go through. But what you're setting up is retention based. You're setting up a retention base. You want to reduce churn rate. You reduce churn rate by providing value month over month, by solving problems month over month, by creating a tribe, just like this book here, 27 Tribe Secrets. But I know we have to have a cancellation process. And one of the things that one of my biggest focuses when I moved into this new membership, because remember I had an old membership that was 7 figures. But the way that people were getting into it, it was like forced continuity. So yeah, I made 7 figures really quick, like 6 months I was bawling. But then, people started canceling, people started refunding. So I had to cancel and refund everybody. And the one thing that I understood is customer relationships, customer service, and really truly valuing all of your customers and members, whether they're canceling or not. So I made sure, and the team too. It's about the team. It's about the team understanding the importance of this aspect of your business, which is the cancellation system. That's what we're going to talk about, how to build a cancellation system. And so I made sure, okay, I want to build a cancellation system that's based on really and truly allowing the customer, I want to handle this the right way. I want to, even though the customer is canceling, and even though it sucks that the customer is canceling, I still want that customer to have a good taste in their mouth. The process for canceling was great. That, and I know that sounds weird, but here's the thing. When anybody cancels in my membership, 90% of the time they come back. They're canceling because of money. They're canceling because, they may be moving or something. They don't cancel, or if they cancel the Brotherhood, it's just because they're canceling the Brotherhood and moving to one of my other one of my other memberships, because I have like 4 memberships, and I have a very incestuous membership membership community set up, because people in one membership always move to another membership, because like my over 40 alphas, once they're done the 3 years in over 40 alpha Brotherhood, okay, what's next? They're still going to be part of the Brotherhood, but then maybe they go to Kettlebell Spartan Academy. That's another 16 months in the Kettlebell Spartan Academy, because they want to learn how to use kettlebells. They want to train with kettlebells. Or they may go to the Resistance Band Academy, Resistance Band Warrior Academy, because they want to just use bands, right? Maybe they go to the Bodyweight Academy. Like a lot of people go to my Muscle Academy, my over 40 muscle. That's 4 years of programming. So it's very incestuous. Like, people just move from membership to membership. So when they cancel out of one, they really move the others. But I'm talking about the people who like cancel. Like, Funk, I got to cancel. Money's getting tight. Whatever it is. They always come back. 90% of the time they come back. Because there's no other membership. There's no other program on the planet that's even close to what I offer inside my membership. And when you create your own membership, when you create your own program, that's the mindset that you have to have. Nothing else out there is going to even come close to the value in what I bring for the price and the results that I give you. Nothing. So go, if you are going to look for other things, good on you. I think it's good sometimes. And then you're going to come back and you're going to see, oh, wait, but this guy doesn't have this, and he doesn't have milestones. He doesn't have weekly coaching calls, and his workouts aren't follow along, and the community isn't really active. I miss my Brotherhood. I miss the workouts. I miss the coaching calls. Right? That's what you want. That's right. So if someone cancels, they cancel. Okay, no problem. I'm here. It sucks, but that's my mindset. And anybody I help, that's the mindset that they have to have. We are not building our membership focused on cancellations. We're actually building our membership focused on retention, which is why most people fail, because they're focusing on how do I not get people to cancel? How do I get these people back? People are canceling. I got to make sure, we're going to talk about the systems in place that I have and the systems in place that work. And I understand how horrible cancels can make you feel. But when you focus on building a retention-based membership tribe, your mindset is totally different. It's totally different. So let's talk about cancellations in this cancellation system. And before we dive into that, I want to talk about what are some of the struggles that course owners or membership site people of communities, what are those, what do you face when it comes to cancellations, right? Give me these 5 things. Tell me if any of these kind of ring true for you. Number 1, when you have high churn rates, you lose revenue. That's almost a given, right? When members cancel, it's not just losing one payment, right? It's losing long-term revenue. Because remember, we want to be focused on getting people month over month. That's when you're going to make the most money. You don't make a ton of money when you're going year over year. You want month over month. And many membership site owners, they struggle to keep members engaged and retained for the long haul. And so when you're not putting your energy into value delivering results, like delivering that transformation journey, like honestly and truly, building a membership site is a long-term game. Like literally the membership site that I'm part of, the Membership Academy, that's been around 10 years, maybe longer. And the value that's in there and the month over month, and I've been paying every month for God knows how long, how many years, and still get value out of it. But that's because they put a lot of time, effort, blood, sweat, tears into the membership, and they still show up. Mike still shows up. So, of course, if you're not putting the effort into retention and you're speeding through trying to build this thing that you think, okay, I'm going to build this membership and I'm going to put all this stuff in it. It's going to be people, because people want what I have. And I know that I can help people around the world. So I'm just going to quickly get this up. And you're not really putting the time in to put together something that is going to be a retention base. So of course, when people cancel and cancel and cancel, you're losing revenue and you're losing your hair, pulling your hair out of your head. Why do my members leave? How can I reduce churn? Churn means people leaving month over month without discounting. Then you get very desperate. So that's one problem, right? You're not just losing that one payment. You're losing your monthly recurring revenue month over month. That's scary. If you think about it, specifically if you're trying to build a membership and that's your only business, that's scary. But there's an answer to how to battle that. Let's talk about the second problem that people face when it comes to cancellations. Cancellations feel like a mystery. Like, my members are canceling and they're not giving me feedback. I have this form that I have in my cancellation, and man, they're not filling it out properly. How dare they not fill it out properly? And what does that do? That leaves you in the dark about why people are canceling. If you don't get insights on why people are canceling, then you don't know what to improve, right? Well, here's the thing. You gotta be surveying and getting data with your members before they cancel. Because I'll tell you right now, if I cancel a membership, you think I'm going to sit down and take my time to answer questions on why I canceled? No, man, I canceled because, I don't know, I don't have time for this. Just give me my money. To stop charging me. Like, that's the mindset people are in when they're canceling. They're not canceling to give you this whole spiel about, oh, I'm canceling because of this. You may get some people. You may get those irate people who just want to like vent. But if you understand, right? If you understand insights. Now, don't get me wrong. You should definitely have a spot to ask why. For sure. Of course, people are going to fill that out. But that's not why we should. That's not the number one thing that should be driving improvement inside of our membership site. It shouldn't be all the cancellations. It should be the members inside the site who you survey every 90 days, or you ask for feedback every 90 days. And based on their feedback, because they're the ones that are paying you monthly, this is what I'm going to do to improve. These are the things I'm going to do to change. And when you show them or tell them, hey, based on your feedback, there's a couple of things here that you guys are looking for. I'm going to implement those things over the next 90 days. Stick with me. Communicating with your members is so essential. Yes, you definitely need that cancellation, that questionnaire. But man, you cannot rely on that as your only source of plugging the holes that are in your membership, which is why people are canceling. Okay, so that's number two. And I get it. Listen, these are things that I struggled with before until we built out a system. Now I don't even, well, I'll let you know. Okay, what's the third thing? Feeling like you need to save every cancellation and wasting your time doing it. Now, this one, I can tell you, I may be guilty as charged. Yes, I may still be guilty as charged, but that is a problem, right? We feel like we have to personally fight for every lost member, and that burns you out, specifically if you're getting more cancellations over and over again. You're wasting time on unqualified retention efforts. Remember, though these people who are canceling, they've made up their mind. Now, there are some ways to save the cancellation, which I'm going to get to. But they've made up their mind. So here you are, like focusing on all these people who are not even interested in your program. And you're putting priority over these people who are unqualified retention members or non-members now. And you're not prioritizing your high value members. Right? You're not prioritizing the people who are actually the right fit for your membership. So you don't have to save every cancellation. You don't have to put all this effort into saving the cancellation. There's systems in place for that, where you're not wasting time on unqualified retention. But remember, we're building a tribe membership, right? We're building a business where you will be prioritizing your high value members day in and day out. They're going to get that value. but you don't have to save every cancellation. And again, I just said I'm guilty as charged. You're going to learn about how I'm guilty as charged in the system that I. The fourth is relying on automation instead of personalization. So these two, the number 3 and number 4, are kind of like go hand in hand. So a lot of membership site owners are going to set up this automated email system. I hear it all the time. Oh, I've got my automated system. I've got my win back automated emails that are just generic, right? They don't create any real reason to stay. They're just these generic, oh yeah, I got the win back emails that I put together. And then I read the emails. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is not how you do a win back. You think, again, if somebody cancels out of, let's think, I want you to sit down and think about this. Think about you. When someone cancels out of your membership, or when you are canceling out of something and they're sending you the win back, because that's what people do. Are you opening up those win backs? No, you're ridding yourself of whatever that money that you were paying on a monthly basis, that membership or that continuity or that subscription. So yes, they're going to send you emails, but you're not opening those emails. There's a reason why you're canceling, right? But there is a system in place that you can make it more personalized. Remember I told you that you almost want the cancellation, I may not have said this, but you almost want the cancellation process to be just as good as your onboarding. Like you almost want them to feel almost guilty that they canceled. It's like, man, I feel guilty. I canceled. It's so much personalization. Like, oh, well, I know I'll be there when the time comes. I know I'll be back. But relying on email sequences as opposed to being more personal, or as getting as much personalization as you can in a system that we're going to talk about, that's key. Number 5, I should say, the emotional toll that cancellations take on somebody, you take it personal, right? When you lose members and you're losing members, whether it's 1 or 10 or whatever it is, it feels like a gut punch, doesn't it? Especially when you've like poured all of your heart and your soul and your value, you're creating all this value and of what you think they need, and these people are canceling. It almost feels like, oh God, you take it personally. And it's easy to take it personally because you are giving so much. But you can't take it personally. These are just, again, it's you have to detach yourself from the emotion of cancellations. And the reason why I think people build their memberships on the cancellation premise as opposed to retention premise is because it's an emotional thing. You got to, hey man, you got to work on the emotional intelligence here. You've got to detach yourself from the emotion of the cancellation and use it to build a stronger membership. Plain and simple. Because oftentimes when people have a membership and there's cancels, they don't change the membership. They don't take in the feedback that they get. They actually justify it. Like I've heard membership site owners justify. So someone will say something like, "Oh, I canceled because I couldn't find where to start." And then the second person, "I canceled because there wasn't a very clear place on where to start the program, so I just canceled." And then the membership site owner says, "What are you talking about? It's very clear. It's right here. I mean, it's red blocks. It's a red box. It's so clear. I mean, I can't make it any clearer." Like, what? 2 people just told you that they can't find the way to start, and your reaction is, "There's nothing I can do?" Dude, why are you even getting feedback then if you're not going to do anything? Like, don't get feedback if you're not going to do anything. So those are usually the five like kind of problems and struggles that membership site owners have with cancellations. But again, if you want to reduce churn rate, if you even want to save some cancellations, well, definitely if you want to save cancellations before they happen, right? And you want to get like improvement in your retention, then we're going to talk about, well, first and foremost, if you want to if you want to get this info, if you want to save cancellation before they happen, this is all about building a tribe business, really focusing on the problems that you can solve, and really listening to your high value members, which means listening to your members, every single member, whether they've been there for one day or whether they've been there for 1 year or whether they've been there for 10 years, is a high value member. Doesn't matter, because the 1 day person is going to give you insights that the 10-year person probably didn't even remember. You treat everybody equally inside your membership when it comes to gathering critical insight. But let's talk about my cancellation, like how I create my cancellation, right? What are the steps? What do I do? And if you stay till the end, you listen to the end, there's going to be a guide that is like an SOP. I'm kind of trying to give you guys like if you listen to this podcast, a lot of times you listen to podcasts and you get great information, man. I listen to tons of podcasts, but it's like, I wish I had something to kind of like take and kind of implement, or, I remember that episode, right? So I'm trying to give you guys stuff that you can like literally take with you and go, okay, Funk gave us the SOP for cancellations. I'm going to take this and implement it into my own system, because that's what I'm giving you guys, systems. So let's first talk about the cancellation page. In fact, I have a client that I'm working with right now, and one of the things that I asked them from their customer service was, I want you to give me, like, go through all of the customer service tickets, over the past 5 years or whatever long it's been, and then I want you to plug it into ChatGPT, and then I want ChatGPT to tell you what are the top 10, things about, your customer service. Like, what are the 10 biggest struggles with your customer service? And one of the things was like, not getting charged every month without knowing what I'm getting charged for. Things like trying to cancel, couldn't find the cancellation. Like, there's a whole bunch of like stuff that truly is really truly solved and will be solved, because we're going to solve this through the onboarding and through the cancellation. Both of these are going to be solved, because we want to create an incredible customer experience before they join, while they're joining, while in the membership, and if they cancel, even while they're canceling. We want this to be such an incredible experience. I know it sounds weird, but hey, man, if you keep trying to do the same thing, it's not working, then maybe do something that actually works. That's a method that, people may think that, oh, it's weird, but this works for this everybody I teach this to. And for myself, this works 100%. It's incredible. So let's start off with, first and foremost, you need to have a dedicated cancellation page. And this page should not be hidden. You have to make it easy for your members to cancel. And this is where membership site owners panic. Oh my God. And I did too. When I restarted my membership, because my first membership was almost impossible to cancel. That was horrible. So I'm like, okay, I gotta, and I got feedback from other membership site people who were very successful, and other businesses who have like subscription based, and like, do not hide your cancellation. Make it easy for people to cancel. Don't hide it. So we have our customer service link, and if there's a drop down that says cancellation, and if they click it on, they can cancel. But this is how they do it. It's not like, I'm sure if they go into their account, they could cancel, but this is how the process that I have. The cancellation button or link is very clear, right? They click the button, they go to the cancellation page. On the cancellation page is a video from me. And in that video, I'm addressing how much I hate the fact that they're canceling. Not just canceling, sorry, my bad. I'm not saying how much I hate the fact that they're canceling. I'm saying how much I hate to see them go. Because truly, you want them to know that you actually care that they're leaving your membership. This is a nugget that I got from, I can't even remember who it was. I can't remember who taught me this. I wish I did. And shout out to you. If you did teach me, you can call me and say that was from me. But when people generally cancel things, right? Like it's just like very impersonal. Like it's just like you're canceling, and this person probably doesn't even care that I'm canceling. Like if I cancel my Netflix, do you think Netflix cares? If I cancel an app or something, do you think that person cares? If I cancel ChatGPT, the membership, you think that ChatGPT cares? Like that's kind of like the mindset of the person who's canceling. But then all of a sudden, when you come on and go, hey man, I actually care that and I hate to see you go, because I know that the value from this program is definitely what you're looking for, and I just hate to see you go. It's like losing. I always say it's like losing a brother, right? But when I see like it's losing a brother, so that is something that I say in the video, along with how to cancel, and also other things that I throw into that video. But the first and foremost, the message you want them to, and it's coming from you, not coming from an email, not coming from just a text on a page. It is a video of you saying how much you hate that to see them go, that it hurts you to see them go. For whatever reason, I just want them to know that I don't like this, and I care about the fact that you're leaving. Like that in itself, that automatically triggers something in the brain and the emotion of like, this person cares. Not saying this is going to stop the cancellation, but the process, the emotions that come from somebody really, truly feeling. And listen, if you don't care that they canceled, then don't shoot the video. like very clear. I actually care when people cancel, and I care when people go, and it's not because it's a punch to my gut. It's because I know that my program, the brotherhood, there's nothing else out there like it. I know that the program itself will get results. It happens. So it's just, I hate to see you go. I really do, and I want you to know that I care. And then I'll say, and I'll also want you to know that I will always be here. If you decide to come back, I will always be here. That is another amazing tip, because once again, when someone is canceling and it's impersonal and they don't think that you care, then they also think that the door is pretty much going to be closed, right? Like, I'm burning this bridge because I'm canceling. You know what I mean? It's like I'm burning this bridge because I'm canceling out of this. So, all right, I know that's out. That's out of the picture. I'm not going back there again. Right? You know what I mean? Like, let's say you go to a gym and you've been at the gym for a while. Now you got to cancel, and you've made a couple friends, and you tell a couple people they're going to cancel, but they're giving you a hard time. But now you got to go in and you got to cancel. And then you're sitting in front of the guy, the owner of the gym, like, yeah, Jim, I got to cancel, man. I got to go. Or you don't stand in front of Jim and you kind of like snivel your way around because you don't want to face Jim. You don't want to face the owner. So you're like, I got to cancel, but I don't want to say to the owner because I'm going to feel bad that I'm canceling. I'm going to feel bad. So let me just go somewhere else. Maybe I'll just tell the son, or tell the wife, or tell the admin person, oh, can you tell Jim I'm canceled here? I'm just canceling. Or you don't even say that. You just cancel and you leave. Well, the bridge is burnt because you didn't have the cojones to talk to Jim. But the point I'm trying to make is, when we cancel sometimes the immediate feeling is that bridge is burned. But when you, as the membership owner, says, listen, I want you to know that this door is open for you, and I will not judge you. I will not, for whatever. If you have to cancel, that's what you're canceling for, something specific. But I also want you to know my arms are always open. This door is always open. And when you come back in, we will pick up where you left off. It's that type of, that's like, I just got goosebumps even saying that. I just got goosebumps even saying that, because I honestly, that's just in my heart. So that's the video. And then also in that video, you're going to offer a couple of options. One option is a pause, right? Because I know, again, in these emails, there's the pause mess. No, you say, okay, now we've gone through that. And now that you know that I'm, it hurts me to see you go. Not because it just hurts me, but because I know that you could continue to get results. I just want to let you know that before you cancel, there are other options on the table. Number one, we could pause your membership instead of just canceling. If you need 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then let's just pause it and still stay connected through the community, right? Still have your brothers in the community. Just let's pause it. You won't have access to the workouts, but let's just pause it. Because most people don't know you can pause. They're not thinking about that right now. They're just thinking about getting out of the membership, not thinking about the fact that, oh, I can pause this. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then even you say, we can pause it. Let's pause it for 3 months, 2 months, whatever. Just talk to my team. And even after that pause is over, let's come back and see if you're ready. What that does is it just keeps a tentacle in, we want our tentacles into our members, and this just keeps at least that one tentacle still there. They're part of this tribe. We know how important the community is going to be anyway. So at least giving them access to the community is going to keep them connected. And then the other thing you can do is you can offer a one-time payment program, which is what I do, right? Maybe someone just doesn't like subscriptions. There's people there who just don't like subscriptions, and they may not have enough money to pay for your yearly. So I just don't want subscriptions. Okay, cool. But did you know I have this program that you just one-time payment, lifetime access? It's still going to get you results, right? So once again, your tentacles in there, and who knows, maybe they use that program, they get great results, because sometimes when people are paying monthly, they have resentments. Sometimes they have these resentments and specifically if they're not like really using your program, but then every month they get an invoice, or they get a bank statement, and then your name comes up, and then they start getting resentments because they resent themselves, they resent the people around them, they resent you. We're resenting everybody up in here. Everyone's getting resentment, right? But introducing like, hey, I've got this program here. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access. Why don't we cancel your cancellation and then introduce this one-time program, right? So that's the video at the top of the page. Watch this video before you cancel. It's important, right? Make it like, oh, if they don't watch the video, then it's going to be difficult for them to cancel, even though it won't be. So you build that video, top of the page. Nice big video. Speak with a mic. Speak from the heart. Speak into the camera. Let them know how you feel. Let them know how you feel. Not like they're hurting you, but that it just hurts you to see them go, because you know they're going to get results. But let them know, listen, I understand whatever reason you're leaving. I just want you to know that my door will always be open for you. This membership is always going to be here. My arms are going to be open. And when you come back, I'm not going to, or if you come back, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not like, that's the communication at the very beginning, because the walls start to come down. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Knowing that. And then you throw in some of the options. We can pause, we one time, like it's so personal. Now, the next thing we have to do is they have to cancel though. So they have to build out the form. So in the video, it's like, listen, if you're canceling, just build out this form and cancel. And then we'll talk about something else. But then they fill out the form, right? Their name, their email address, whatever program they're canceling from. For us, it's what program you're canceling from, because we have multiple memberships. Main reason for canceling. You could even do multiple choice or open-ended. So you can have multiple choice and just have them pick one. Make things easy. And then if they want, you can ask them, if you want to leave this, you can. And then any suggestions for improvement, like you can ask them a couple of questions. You're not going to you're not going to go all in, You're not going to move your chips all in that they're going to answer these questions. Maybe they'll answer the multiple choice, but they want to cancel. Maybe the last one is, would you be interested in a discount plan? Or would you be interested in the pause option instead of canceling? Like, leave those questions in there too, right? And then from there, this is where your customer service comes in, right? Your customer service needs to come in and take a look at what those answers are. And your customer service truly, truly, truly needs to cancel people right away. Right away. Because even if they want to pause, or even if they want to, go after this other program or whatever, or even in some cases, people just want a low, like, if you offer them a discount, hey, listen, I know the $49 is a lot. Why don't we offer you a discount, right? Are you interested in a discount? Then you talk about the discount, and maybe they get a discounted price. But the cancellation is important, because if you don't take care of that right away, that will always come back to bite you in the butt, because a lot of times you're going to forget, or a lot of times it's just the communications. And I'm waiting for this person to get back to me because I asked them if they wanted to, they said they may be interested in a discount plan, so I'm waiting. But then they're on the other side, they're thinking they cancel already. They're just thinking that I'm canceling this. Maybe you're going to get me a discount. We'll start a new thing, but I want this canceled. And your team is waiting. And then next thing you know, they get billed again. And then then you lose everything. So it's super important that you take care of that cancellation first, and then you introduce the other options, but you cancel. You can take care of that cancellation. And then you start the process of whatever it is next. So that's kind of like that's really the step one, creating that page, making sure that it's very available, making sure that you have that video, making sure that you're going to get their name and their email and the reasons why, and you're going to offer them different offers, or your team's going to offer them different offers in the email too. But you got to cancel. Right, you got to cancel, because here's the other thing that happens. So once somebody goes through that form, then there's going to be a cancellation request notification that form sends. And that's going to be sent to you. It's going to be sent to your customer service, because your customer service has to cancel. So the step 2 is that form. But now here's the magic of the form. As soon as someone fills out the cancellation form, your team's going to get notified. You're going to get notified. Now your team is going to try to save the sale, right? That's the first thing they're going to do. Now I instruct my team to cancel and then save the sale. It's weird, and it's one of those things that I do this because the last thing that I want is someone sitting in limbo, thinking that they've already canceled, and then all of a sudden, because maybe they didn't get back to my team who tried to save the sale. Because remember, when people are canceling, they're not thinking about someone reaching out. Like I said, they're not opening your freaking save the sale, save the whatever win back emails, right? Maybe it's going into spam, maybe they're going away for whatever reason, and then all of a sudden they get hit with another payment, and it's because your team didn't cancel them because they were waiting for them to email back or chat back. No, just cancel right away. You can always reactivate. Not a big deal. But here's where it gets very interesting, because even though I have a video on the cancellation page, and even though we're giving them other options, whenever I get a cancellation request, I don't get many cancellation requests. So that's why I do this. I don't get a lot of cancellation requests. I have a massive membership and I don't get cancellation requests. Not many. But when I do, I record a quick personalized Loom video. And I address that member directly because I know my members. So I address them. Because the reason why I know my members is because I do weekly coaching calls. I do Ask Funks, even though I've got 15K members, 15,000 some members. They're all over the gamut in terms of memberships. But like 2 years or 3 years ago, when I didn't have all of these other memberships and I literally had like 10,000 members, I knew all my members. Like if someone sent a cancellation, I'm like, oh, why is Phil canceling? Phil, and then I would look at the testimonials and transformation. I say, well, Phil, what's going on here? And so I shoot a video. I acknowledge their decision to cancel. I again express the disappointment, specifically why I hate to see them go. And I just, I offer other alternatives. The pausing, the discount, the one time, right? I ask for feedback. I tell them we're going to cancel you. No problem. But I want to let you know that the door's opened, what have you. And also give them the invitation to discuss this further. How can I help you? Because most of the times when people are canceling my membership, it is about money or they're moving or it's something that can easily be solved through the conversation. Right? So I send those videos out on Loom. Loom is a saving grace. The freaking incredible feedback that I get from people when they see Funk Roberts, who owns the Over 40 Alpha membership site, is actually taking his time to send me a video while I'm canceling his program. He's taking time. Imagine when I'm in the program. When I'm canceling, he's taking this time. Like, it's like, as a tribe leader, we want to compound the value and the personalization that we give over and over and over again. You know what that personal touch Loom video does? It puts a stamp of like this, whoever's canceling for whatever reason they're canceling, they know that like in the program, Funk was there. We built I built a tribe business. The tribe business, you're there all the time. You're in, or it seems like you're there all the time, like doing weekly coaching calls and answering questions, that sort of stuff. But obviously, we also build a tribe business, so you don't only have to work 8 hours a week, not 80 hours a week, right? But to them, it feels like you're in it all the time. You're posting your rituals, you're commenting, you're live on an hour coaching call. You're answering their questions through the Ask whatever it is, Ask Funk or whatever. So to them, you're like right in there all the time. You're only working 8 hours a week. And so to them, you're always there. Yeah, you've been here. You're great. I got great results. But then even when I'm exiting, I'm still getting this personalization, man. I'm coming back. I'm telling you. And if they don't come back, they don't come back. But that alone, that alone shows the value that you're providing and the personalization that you're providing. It's indescribable. You can even do an opt-in call. And I'm not talking about high like 5,000 a month members or whatever. I'm talking about the $29 a month member, the $19 a month member, the $9 a month member, the $49 a month member. Every freaking member who cancels should get personalization from you. Now, you don't have to do the Loom video. I just do it because I don't get a lot of cancellations and I understand the power of personalization. In fact, I shoot Loom videos for just the regular person who asks me a question. I mean, oh no, you're not. Forget this is a podcast. I was about to say, if you're in the membership academy and you're listening to this, I'll shoot hour-long videos because I know how it feels to get that personalization. So in the end, when somebody wants to cancel, even if you still want them to stay, you have to respect their decision and you have to cancel quickly. No hoops, no making them jump through hoops, right? If they still want to leave, you want to cancel them properly. Thank them for their time. acknowledge that how much you love them inside the community. 100% leave the door open and let them know that the door is always open for their return. But honestly and truly, you got to let them go. And you can't hide around it. Right? And you can send an email. Sure, but the email is like, thank you for being part of the membership. Let me know when you want to rejoin. Don't forget you have here's a special reactivation link. You can include that, sure, 100%. If you want the reaction, like maybe instead of $49 a month, the reactivation link is $29 a month. Like, yes, definitely send out an email like that. And let them know in the video on the page that you're going to do that. Hey, just to let you know, hate to see you go, blah, 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 blah. Here are some options. We can pause. I got a standalone product, but just to let you know, once you fill out this information, our team is going to cancel you. Once you fill out that information, they will cancel you, right? They will, because we want to stop what's happening, but you will receive an email from me with a special reactivation offer. So if you do want to reactivate right away, I'm going to also hook you up. I'm going to take some money off just because, whether that's the reason or not, it's just because I don't like seeing you go. Right? So it's all about communicating and setting up what the next step is. What should they expect? Expect an email, expect my team to send you a message. Like that's what we want. And then the long-term reactivation, which I don't even do, to tell you the truth. So I'm not the greatest at, I'm going to be real. I'm not the greatest at this long-term reactivation, just because my members who cancel, they generally, like, for whatever reasons, they'll generally come back. And that's something that, but if you want to keep former members warm, you can reach out to them periodically, like once every 3 months, right? Or, share the success story of a member who stayed and saw amazing results, or, occasionally send out these reactivation deals, not all the time, not month over month, like once every quarter. And like I say, if multiple people are canceling for the same reason, you have to you have to move into action ASAP. Adjust that part of your membership or that part of your program right away. And also use that data, exit data that you get, because you will get some people who will fill out. Use that to refine your content. Use that to refine your coaching, or maybe even address stuff in your coaching. Use that to refine your pricing strategy. Use that to provide something that's the hole in your membership, that using this feedback will help continue to decrease the cancellations. Because if cancellations increase, you need to identify what the root cause is. Is it your content? Is it your pricing? Is it the engagement? What is it? Are they not getting results? But in the end, we're not building a cancellation membership. We're building a tribe business membership. So for that, I want to thank you so much for being here and listening to this podcast. Hopefully you got something out of it. And just trust me on the cancellation system that I just talked to you about. Trust me on it. I guarantee I'm not saying it's going to completely stop your cancellations, but the process for your members who are canceling is going to be undeniably incredible. Believe me, it's such a personal touch that us tribe leaders do to continue to show the value that we bring to whatever we're building. And that truly, we don't want to see people go because we know they're getting results, but people go for certain reasons. So again, thank you so much for being here. If you learned anything, please leave a review. This is a new podcast. It's only episode number 11. I'm new in this, well, not new in this space, but I'm new podcasting with this subject for you membership site owners, for you course owners, for you community owners. So just, any type of a review would be great for me. And for that, you giving me that review, I'm going to give you this cancellation blueprint, this SOP. In fact, you don't even have to leave me a review to get it. I'm just going to give it to you anyway. But this is kind of like the steps that I just talked about on how to build a cancellation page, what type of video to put on, how to make it personal. And it's kind of a system. And once you build this system, you don't have to worry about it. Maybe you come back to it. Again, you'll get feedback and see how it's working. But in the end, you're not going to get anybody's putting a 1 out of 5 in Trustpilot and saying, I couldn't find how to cancel. Like, this was the worst experience. I couldn't even cancel. They tried to hide it from me. No, they're going to be like, man, even though I canceled, the experience here was amazing. I'm still going to give it a 5 out of 5. All right. Anyways, thanks so much for listening. I'm the Funkster, and I'll see you in the next episode. Let's start building your tribe and get it done.
Thanks for tuning in to the Tribe Membership Show. If you're ready to take your membership to the next level, be sure to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Want to dive deeper? Visit www.tribesecretsbook.com.